everyone, this is Sudhir Juneja from Brands Biz, and we are back again with the second season of Business Talk Show with Sudhir. And today we have an amazing local business, Murthy Muthuswamy from InSimplify. And Murthy is inspiration to a lot of local businesses, and they have a business in the software industry. And Murthy, can you please briefly tell us about how this business started and what was the idea behind it?
First of all, thank you very much for Sudhirji for me having on this show. Business started like four and a half years ago when we started building our house in Tanit. So we went to a builder and a lot of builders, and then one builder, they gave a quote, and it's an Excel sheet, a screenshot of an Excel sheet. So I approached them, and because of my engineering background, so I've built a lot of other software systems. I shown them how they can go do the quotation efficiently. So then it started there. So he wanted to implement in their business, and then gradually I learned how the process works on the builder side. As a customer, I know how it works, but from the builder end, I understood and then started building. Whenever I used to get time in the weekends, I understood. And then like 4.5 years ago, I saw there's a great opportunity, and also there's a big gap in the market, and so I can build a big system for the whole construction industry. So I quit the job and without thinking anything, and then just started.
And how's the journey has been since you moved full time into your own business?
Yeah, because without any business background or any knowledge on the business, I was a software developer. I was running a IT team in the previous company, the whole engineering team I was managing. But when it comes to business, it's completely a different thing. So I thought when I come to full-time business, I can within 6 months I will be a millionaire, and I can get like hundreds and hundreds of builders, and that's where our software is for. But it's different. It's not like that. But I understood that, and then but it's a very good learning and very good journey all the way now.
Yep. So and I also know that you have got some tremendous input from the economic development unit of the Windham City Council. So can you briefly touch upon that? How did it help your business?
Yeah, definitely. So that was a great support from the Windham Council Economic Development Unit. When I first started the business, when I quit my job, I was just searching. I went to the library and see there's some support from the council for the local startups and businesses. Then I approached the economic development team, and they were very friendly, and they explained what are the opportunities I can have as a local business. And they put into one of the training programs called Innovate to Accelerate program. So there it was very helpful. It changed completely changed the business into a different level. I was just running as a business, but it's not a commercial model. So there on the training, Adrian Jobson, who helped me a lot to convert into he branded the business into InSimplify, the name, and also changed the model into commercial model. So that completely changed.
And I think you also won the micro business award in the innovation and technology area.
Actually, in 2019, we were one of the finalists in the micro business, a new and emerging category. And then in the next 2 years, because of COVID, nothing happened. And last year, we were one of the finalists, and then we won the award for service micro category.
Yeah, how does it feel to be a winner of the award?
It's a great feeling. It feels amazing. I can't express how.
So from where you started as having seen that there is an Excel quotation coming from a builder to now, what does your program do, software do for those builders now?
Yeah, so initially that time, when I started full time on this, we got only 2 builders, and the system was only on the quotation pages. So but now after that, I met a lot of builders. Like if you go around us in the west and north, most of the builders knows InSimplify and myself as well. And so then I understood the process along the way, all the steps, how it works. And then it's a complete solution.
And what does it include? Like the software, what does it include?
The sales CRM, complete the lead management, the customer data management, the files and folder documents management, and they streamlines the quoting process and the sales process. And then it streamlines the builders pre-construction and construction process. So they can manage all the tradies and suppliers through the system, and even after handover they can manage the maintenance as well.
Okay, so it is bringing a lot of efficiency for the building industry. Okay. And during these years, what was the biggest challenge you came across as a business?
So during as a small business, so when you go and try to approach little bigger businesses, they look at where is your office, how big is your office, and things like that. That's one of the challenges I seen with getting bigger.
So you were operating from home when you started?
When I was starting from the home office, and then now we moved to the office in Truganina here. So that was one of the challenges. Many builders, they gave the feedback like you are one person, what happens? The common saying, if you hit by a bus, what happens tomorrow? So now we have set up all the process. We have a team and all the process there. Even if I'm not there, if I go overseas or anywhere, the
have you taken any holidays since you started this business?
This year I took after 4 years.
And everything went okay while you were away?
So we set up.
And that is one test of the business. Things still carry on while you're not there.
Actually, I was scared a little bit to go on holidays. But as you said, it's a good test, but it was successful.
And you have to do it once in a while so that you can see the process is working okay. And if you have to give a piece of advice to a small business, what will be a key piece of advice for any small business?
In terms of doing any, like I've seen a lot of people, if they want to start the business or when they start, whether they want to do it or not. So instead of thinking just whether they want to do it, just go ahead. That's what I always say. So if you're thinking about some business ideas, don't just keep it. Just start it, and if you do it properly, then you'll be succeed definitely.
And do you think there is a good role of a mentor or a business coach helping you set up?
Definitely that will help a lot.
Okay.
So if you're not having a business experience prior, it is always better to get a mentor. That plays a very vital role in your business. It changes completely how you run the business and how you
and in the software, what are the new changes which you're planning to bring in for the industry?
So currently I was saying, like, we got 2 builders initially. Now we got 100 plus builders using our platform, like our product, to run their entire process. So our the bigger aim is to get the entire Australian industry, like all the builders using InSimplify. So currently, because we started in Wyndham, most of the builders from Melbourne West and North are on InSimplify. So now we are getting builders from Sydney, Queensland as well. There are a few builders from there, and we are growing there. And once we get all the builders, that's the bigger aim. And then we are also currently building a portal for the suppliers and trades. So because the builders market is niche, but when you see the people working around the builders, there's thousands.
It's a huge industry.
So what we are doing is we are trying to cover that in the whole industry and trying to make an ecosystem of the product, so that everyone who works with the builders, so they will be able to communicate with them and they can use our product. So that's where we are currently building the product, extending all the features and functionalities.
And in terms of the vision for the business, do you see getting into construction yourself?
No.
You're not going into hardware, you're going to the software only.
Because my strength is the software, like building softwares and systems.
And that is a very good thing, identifying your own strength and sticking on to that, so that you can add value to the other people who can leverage with your strength.
So a lot of builders and other people say, you know everything in the construction industry now, so why can't you start your own? Like I say, no, it's not my piece of cake.
Now, talking about your personal life, in terms of where you come from, and I understand you have a very humble start, and I read a story somewhere about it. So, how was the journey so far?
It is. So when I born and brought up in one of the villages in South India, Karnataka. So there we born up, and when I was small, like, we used to work in the farm. And like every day morning, it's a small village, so we milk the cows and buffaloes and take milk to the nearby city. So we go on the bicycle by putting the cans and go to each house and knock the doors and like even I used to sell milk for like 25 paise, 20 paise.
Oh yeah.
So each house, like at least 50 houses, we sell the milk and then go to school, come back. That's how it used to be. And it was so hard. Like
Have you thought of doing a software for that industry there back home in India?
No, not yet.
Not yet. So would you do it one day?
Maybe, but now it's all changed there as well. People are not going to, like, there
So
are
I think it is more of a cooperative societies which are
there.
helping. Small.
So now when this year I went, after 5 years I went to India. So I see like nobody's doing that what I was doing, like I used to do before. Now everyone goes to the corporate society and it's cooperative societies and they just sell the milk there.
So life has become easy all across with the businesses evolving and the technology and everything.
And then I did my engineering from the as a background, mechanical engineering I did, and then I came to Bangalore and studied started working in one of the IT companies. That's how I came to IT. So in Bangalore, like that time it was everyone was going to IT, like there was a huge opportunities there, so I went to there, and then I was working in IBM before coming here. Actually, main reasons I came here was my brother, so who is here. So he used to call me. Literally, I always say he dragged me to Australia. I was happy in Bangalore.
What does he do?
So he's a software engineer.
He's not into InSimplify.
No, he's not. But he supports me a lot from outside. So it's not involved.
That's a great story, and I think your story will inspire a lot of other businesses in terms of starting up something which is their passion and with which they can add value to the other businesses around. So thank you so much, Murthy.
Thank you.
Pleasure having you on the show.
Oh, thank you very much for having me on the show.
Thank you.
Thanks.